Hello students, today we will discuss about character sketch of Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was very gifted in certain respects. He was an accomplished scholar, an expert calligraphist, and his eloquence was magical. He was genuinely interested in mathematics, medicine, science, astronomy, and philosophy, etc. He was a devotee of Muslim religion. In an age of drunkenness and debauchery, he was singularly free from these vices. He was known for his generosity. He was a patron of learned scholars. He was a man of great initiative. He was a dashing experimenter who would revert back if he got convinced that the experiments so launched were not productive at the same time. He was very selfish and felt no hesitation in killing his father through conspiracy. He desired to found a new religion. He was a poor plan executor. His plan of token currency emptied the state treasury. His plan of increasing state revenue through an increase in taxation brought ruin to the farmers. His project of change of capital from Delhi to Daulatabad brought immense hardships to the people and did not materialize. He was a visionary and he wanted to conquer the whole world, but he was over ambitious. So he collected a huge army for making conquest in Central Asia, paid the soldiers 1 year's salary in advance, but afterwards gave up the plan. His plan to conquer Karjal brought disaster to the army. He was a coward ruler. He bought peace by bribing the Mongols. He was a cruel man and he ordered the killing of hundreds of people even on minor matters. He was short tempered too. He flew into rage wherever his views were opposed. He was very stubborn and vindictive. He adopted stringent measures on the people of Doab when they refused to pay their taxes. Historians have used various epithets while estimating Muhammad Tughlaq, Bani and Ibn Battuta. His contemporaries found him a complex person, a mixture of opposites. He had virtues and vices of extreme intensity. While he was generous, humble, and kind, he was very narrow minded, stubborn, and most cruel. He gave gifts to all those whom he liked. He put to that death who opposed him. Thus, we can say that he was a complex personality. Though many historians like Dr. Ishwari Prasad, Dr. B.S. Smith, Dr. K.N. Nijami do not accept the view that Muhammad Tughlaq was a mixture of opposites. They are inclined to hold the view that contemporary historians of Muhammad Tughlaq have put things in an exaggerated manner. Elphinstone is of the view that Muhammad Tughlaq suffered from some degree of insanity. This view has been supposed by Havel and S.R. Sharma. However, historians like Brown and Ishwari Prasad do not accept this view. Brown has observed that he was mad is a view of which contemporaries gave no hint, that he was a visionary. His many-sided, practical, and vigorous character forbid us to believe, to call him a despot may be true, but no other forms of government was conceivable in the Middle Age. Likewise, Dr. Ishwari Prasad has stated, Muhammad Tughlaq was unquestionably the ablest man among the crowned heads of the Middle Ages. Some historians lay the charge of madness on him, but neither in the pages of Ibn Battuta nor in the history of Bani. Edward Thomas and Havel have taken their clue from Badawi, who was bitterly prejudiced against the Sultan, and they have uncritically accepted most of his statements. Muhammad Tughlaq has also known for his charity and welfare works. The Sultan did a lot for the peasants. He set up a separate department of agriculture. The primary object of this department was to bring uncultivated land under plough. Takawi loans to peasants were given on bad times. Natural calamities like floods. Ibn Battuta praises his love for justice. Of all men, he must love justice. He did not even let the Qadis escape justice. Elphinstone has given a balanced view of Muhammad Tughlaq in those words. It is admitted on all hands that he was the most eloquent An accomplished prince of his age, his letters, both in Arabic and Persian, were admired for their elegance long after he had ceased to reign. His thorough knowledge of logic and the philosophy of the Greek, he was much attached to mathematics and to physical science, and used himself to attend sick persons for watching the symptoms of any extraordinary disease. He was a regular in his devotions, abstinent from wine, and conformed in his private life to all the moral precepts of his religion. In war, he was distinguished for his gallantry and personal activity, so that his contemporaries were justified in esteeming him as one of the wonders of the age. His whole life was spent in pursuing visionary schemes by many equally irrational and with a total disregard of the suffering which they occasioned to his subjects, and its results were more calamitous than those of any other Indian ruler. Muhammad Tughlaq's life is considered as a complete failure. So, what were the causes of his failure? Causes of his failure may be listed under two heads: causes for which he himself was responsible, causes for which he himself was not responsible. So, causes for which Muhammad Tughlaq himself was responsible: visionary projects of Muhammad Tughlaq, which includes taxation in Doab, transfer of capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, use of token currency. And another reason was military expedition to Central Asia and other places, and the Deccan policy. There were many other reasons also, like generosity of Sultan, alienation of the ulemas, brutal punishments. Now, causes of failure for which Muhammad Tughlaq was not responsible. The first one was the conservative nature of the people. Second was lack of capable advisors, ministers, and generals, natural calamities, vast extent of the empire, disloyalty of provincial governors, liberal grants to the scholars and the poor, thus putting a heavy strain on state revenue. Lanpool has described the reason of his failure in these words: to him, Muhammad Tughlaq, what seems good must be done at once, and when it proved possible and successful, his disappointment reached the verge of frenzy, and he wreaked his wrath indiscriminately upon the unhappy offenders who could not keep pace with his imagination. Hence, with the best of intentions, excellent ideas, but no balance or patience, no sense of proportion, Muhammad Tughlaq was a transcendent failure. Now, in the next class, we will discuss the remaining characteristics of Tughlaq. Thank you.